Hey, this is Peggy with Easy Peasy Machine Embroidery, and today I am doing my first video in the MySewNet Platinum version of the embroidery software. So, hope you bear with me. I'm going to be talking about lettering today. So, here we are in the MySewNet Platinum version, and I'm going to click on the Letters tab. And notice that there are a whole lot of new letters in here. They've got the dogs and just all kinds of new stuff. So scroll on through there and take a look. I am going to start out with just a simple lettering style that I can play with a little bit. Let's try Placid. And I'm just going to type my name in here. And a few things. You can click individual, and I'll show you what it does. If I click out there, it puts each letter in its own box so that you can move the letters around. And this is probably something I should have done. Let's do this again with a larger size. Okay, so once I click out and I click back in, I can move the letters around. I can take the little round toggle button and add some angling to the letters. I can also take each individual letter, and if I go over here and click on the letter, I can change the color of the letter. So if I click here, click the color, click the palette down here, and pick another color. So you can do those things. And that is when you check the individual lettering box as you are creating your letter. Once this is unchecked and I hit apply, you can't do that anymore. It all becomes just one unit. And this is something that is new. It's very easy to go between different parts of your design. Just click on it. Before, you used to have to tab through it to get to where you wanted. Sometimes if you had a whole lot of layers, it would take you quite a while to tab through. Okay, so I am going to right click and I'm going to edit lettering. And a word of caution here, you have to make sure that you are seeing these little green boxes and the frame around the lettering before you do that, otherwise this will not work. And I'm going to change the lettering to hello and show you something. Right now it's not too bad, but you may encounter something that looks like, let's go to -4. Something that looks like this, and the stitches are all running together, and how do I fix that? And what you're going to do is go right click, edit lettering, and you're going to play with this gap a little bit. And this works both ways. If your letters are too far apart, you go with the negative. So -1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. If they are too close together, you go with the positive, and you can say, oh, I would like to see what it looks like with a 3 gap. And you can also do farther apart. We can go a 7 gap. Okay, this is kind of handy to know when you're doing your lettering. The other thing, edit lettering, you can change your shape in here. So let's do full circle. And you can move that around. You can also adjust that little square. Okay, there's lots to play with in here. I'm going to select this and hit delete. And I am going to go to home and I'm going to box select and hit delete. Box select and hit delete, and it gets rid of them all at the same time. Remember, the select box is in the home tab. And I'm going to get another lettering. Let's try, litho this time. And I'm going to do size 25. Remember, you have all of these shapes you can play with. And the free sculpt will allow you to take different parts of your lettering and mess with them. Okay. And I'm going to go into edit lettering again. Here again, the gap, your formatting is there, left justification, right justification, spacing between lines is here if you have 2 lines. You can also click on the color and change the color. If you have multiple colors all over the place, you can do color sort. This is the percent of the sizing in your hoop. So say if I want 50, it'll cut it down by 50%. The other thing that I wanted to show you is if you right click over the lettering again, you have the pattern fill feature. So left click on that. You can choose what pattern you would like your lettering filled with. It's kind of hard to see that. Let's do a regular lettering. And I'm going to enlarge it so you can see. And I'm going to get rid of that one. Move it up and center it. Right click, pattern fill. So maybe I would like just maybe some cars. And you can see the little cars going across. Pattern fill. There's another one. And you can also change the angle so that if you wanted say the cars driving straight across the screen, You could do 180. I've got something else going on right now, but that's how the lettering works. For the pattern fills, you can choose any fill you'd like. And I am going to see, I'm going to click on gradient, and gradient allows you to add different colors. So right now, I'm going to start with a purple. I'm going to click on the end point, and I'm going to end with a green. And I'm going to add another marker, and I'm going to, I'll try yellow. All right, so what it's going to do is, see these colors? It's going to fade from purple into yellow into green. And how it looks is going to be determined by the placemat, the placing of these little markers. And oh my goodness, you can get in there and play with those forever. Go back to pattern fill. There's my markers. Maybe I want more yellow to show up. And I say okay. And there's that. Say I didn't like one of the colors, so I just click on the marker that I want. And I pick another color. And I say okay, and that changes the color. So that's kind of neat. Your stitch type on this one is your pattern fill. I think that's about it. Make sure you, if you were to click the reverse, it's going to do your reverse of the letters that you put in. If you wanted to add a frame to the lettering, specifically to the lettering, make sure it is boxed in, and click on frame and say apply. And if you clicked on the box, it's going to frame the box. If I click outside of the box, and I'm going to do this. If I click outside of the box, it's going to not frame the lettering itself, so that you can stretch it however you want. And remember, right now you can't see your lettering, but over here on the, I guess we're going to call it a slide, we can left click and drag the bottom up. Left click, drag the lettering up. Drag the lettering down. So see how you can take different parts of your design and layer them accordingly. That's kind of cool. So there's different types of frames. There's flourishes. This one doesn't work right now. Oh, it's a motif underline, so that would be something different. Alrighty, so hope you've learned a little bit more about the lettering, specifically the gap, how to do individual letters and change the size of them, the orientation of them, the color of them, how to add some gradients to your lettering, things like that. If I think of anything else, I'll add to this video. Thanks for watching.